Hi Capricorn, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your March 2025 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who have liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, the source of me in front of us, the Celtic cross spread as always, and also pull the 4 agreements and wisdom of the oracle card for you guys. But we're actually going to start the reading off our own nose astrology guys we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Alright, so we have 1. So basically, for you guys, that would be your own sign of Capricorn. So yeah, feels like it could just be saying maybe you're a little bit more focused on your personality and self-awareness this month. Astrologically speaking, there's not really anything going on in your sign, but yeah, it looks like you just be focused on yourselves anyway. Alright, we have Sagittarius. So for you guys, Sagittarius is actually your 12th house of spirituality, blind spots, and mental health. Astrologically speaking, that's also a little bit quiet of an area of the zodiac right now. And we have Mercury. So Mercury actually is going to have quite a bit going on. It's going to be in Pisces until the 3rd of March, and then it's going to move into Aries, and then right in the middle of March, it's going to retrograde, and eventually toward the very end of March, it's going to go back into Pisces. So basically, it's going to be moving back and forth between your 3rd house of communications, short journeys, and siblings, and your 4th house of home, roots, family. So keep all that in mind as we go through the main spread. In the main situation position, we have the 3 of Wands, Aries energy, and challenging that we have the Star, Aquarius energy. So really seeing these two things here could just be saying that maybe you've been waiting to reap the rewards of work that you felt that you've put in up to this point. And with the Star card as the challenge here, could just be saying that maybe the reason why it might be taking longer than you were expecting for those rewards to come in could just be saying that maybe you're intended to have a course correction. So maybe you might have even started to get some signs of that being the case as we progress through Aquarius season, but I feel like this is primarily saying that that's what's at play right now. All right, in the foundation position, we have the Hermit. So yeah, so for some of you, well, this is Virgo energy for one, but for some of you, this could just be saying that given that there is going to be a full moon eclipse in Virgo right around the middle of March, could just be saying that that might be a pivotal time for you guys to actually figure out what you might have missed the first time around with the situation. Because like I said, I feel like this is primarily saying that there was a course correction that you were supposed to make note of that you might have missed for whatever reason. I feel like this is saying that that might be a good time to figure out exactly what went wrong there. All right, in the past position, we have the Empress. So yeah, so this could have just been the energy that you were in. You know, in some ways there are similarities to the 3 of Wands in that regard, as far as just being in a open and receptive mode. So yeah, it could just be saying that maybe you guys were trying to embrace that energy in the past, and you might have just felt like maybe it wasn't necessarily bringing the rewards in that you were hoping for. Maybe at one point it did, but if that's the case, it looks like that might have stopped. All right. In the present position, we have the 8 of Swords, Gemini energy here. So yeah, it could just be saying that maybe for some of you there is something that for whatever reason you're not ready to look at just yet regarding the dynamic. So, and given that Gemini energy for you guys is 6th house energy, this can be related to your work lives in some way. All right. In the near future position, we have the Sun. So yeah, this could just be saying that again, you might start to feel a bit of a lighter energy. So yeah, like I said, maybe for whatever reason, when we do have that full moon eclipse in Virgo, things might start to click for you at that point. So that could be why we're seeing this in the near future position, which is to say that once the energy hits, whatever you might have missed the first time around, you might actually see it a lot more clearly. And then it's going to lift the weight off of you. All right, the position of your influence in the situation, we have the Devil. So this actually is the major arcana card for your sign. So yeah, it could just be saying that maybe for whatever reason you felt like you were chained to something, right? Like you couldn't break free from it. So even though you might have known deep down, okay, yes, I'm in the cycle waiting for the rewards of my work to come in, but they haven't been coming in, right? But for whatever reason, you couldn't find a way to break yourselves free from that cycle. Maybe that was partially due to having Pluto in your sign for so long, and now it's moving forward into your second house. Maybe that's transforming that area of life for you guys now. In the environment position, we have Justice. So this is actually the major arcana card for Libra. So yeah, especially if this is around a career situation, could just be saying that you might actually finally break free from those chains that you were feeling, and in the process of doing so, you might feel like balance gets restored in your situations. So I mean, a super generic way this could be playing out too, given that we see the Empress energy, we see the feminine energy pouring out the water there. It could just be saying that maybe you guys were in a cycle where you might have just been stuck in a more feminine receptive energy for too long, and you might have done so at the expense of the more masculine side of your energy. And it could just be saying that this month maybe you're finally finding that balance again, right? To where, it's not about abandoning one for the other, but trying to make them work together. And that could be why we see the fire being lit on the masculine energy side. All right. In the hopes or fears position, we have the Six of Pentacles. So yeah, so this is an energy here that you more than likely are viewing as a hope, right? Where you're hoping for that balance. So yeah, like I said, I have a feeling that for some of you might have had an awareness that this was an issue, but for whatever reason you didn't feel ready to look at it deep down. So could have just been making you feel stuck for a bit, but the positive in that regard, it looks like you are ready to look at it this month and move forward from it. All right, and in the outcome position, we have Death, Scorpio energy. So yeah, so like I said, it seems like this is finally going to be the month where if there is something that had you feeling stuck, right, had you feeling like you weren't getting the due rewards for you, it looks like that'll be clearing out this month. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords. So yeah, so for some of you, it might be that you might actually take some time to press the reset button, right? So maybe, for example, you step away, maybe take a long weekend to travel and clear your minds, something along those lines. And that could be part of what's the key that helps clear things up for you. All right. From the Four Agreements deck, we have Don't Make Assumptions, and it says Discern the Truth. Right? It says the problem with making assumptions is that we believe they are the truth. We make an assumption, we misunderstand, we take it personally, then we react by sending emotional poison with our word. This creates a whole big drama for nothing. So interesting message there, right? Because let's say if this is around a personal relationship, right, and you've been waiting for that situation to come back around, could just be saying that, maybe at the root of that there might have been some assumptions made, and then that just allowed the situation to fester for a lot longer than it should have. And in that regard, given that this energy here is ruled by Venus and there will be Venus retrograde in March, could just be saying that you might finally get the chance to clear the air around that situation, even if not directly with that person, but just to get clarity on what might have taken place there, and then that'll help you move forward. From the Wisdom Oracle, we have Time to Go. There's the artwork, and the number is 45. So we'll see what this has to say. All right, essential meanings says endings, completion, walking away from something because there is nothing else to learn or experience. The Oracle's message: you are at the end of one journey and have not yet begun the next. This is the moment to bless your experience thus far. Take stock of what you've learned. It's time to move on to new experiences and a new way of being. There is nothing left for you to do, be, or experience in your present circumstances. Take the risk and move on, even if you need to be in transition for a time. Your destiny is calling you. So yeah, like I said, it feels like deep down there's a part of you that knows that to be true. Given that we do see the star in challenge and then we see the sun in the near future, right? Whereas we see the Age of Swords right now. So I feel like this is saying that ultimately you might not be at that point just yet, but it looks like it will be coming up soon. All right. The relationship message says it's over, or at the very least, the form this relationship has taken is no longer of service to you or the other person. This this is a time of letting go, of knowing that the journey has come to its conclusion. That doesn't mean anything is lost. Although this card could speak to a breakup, drifting apart, or the end of a soul contract, it is more about release than destruction. Remember the saying, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it's yours. If not, it never was. Endings are always a sign of new beginnings. If you want something deeper, walk away. So yeah, I mean, toward the very end, we did introduce the possibility of this potentially being a one-to-one relationship dynamic. For the majority of you, this seems more like a work thing and possibly even a little bit deeper than that, just a general viewpoint on life. But hopefully it resonated for you guys. And the prosperity message says, this message is clear. The path you've been on with your work, creative projects, and business alliances have come to an end. You will not find the success you desire by continuing with what is now in front of you. This is an auspicious sign because there is no choice that will benefit you other than risking stepping into the unknown. It is time to walk toward something new. This card also pertains to the more neutral concept of completion. You've finished your task and can rest assured that this ending will open up a powerful new avenue of opportunity, even better than any you can imagine. You have done all you can now. Now trust that Spirit keeps the plan moving forward. Fortune requires you to conclude this chapter of your life. And remember that when you close one door, another opens. So yeah, definitely an interesting message there. It definitely does seem like you guys are going through a bit of a transition cycle this month. But hopefully that resonated with you guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.